feels like we need to be doing more to prepare newly deployed staff or newly starting staff in an emergency department or critical care environment for what they're going to experience, which now from this discussion we know is around moral injury as well as them doing the work that they feel like they're coming to do, to see patients and deliver care. How do we do that, and how do we make sure that they're as prepared as they can be?
Yeah, so I think that is really, really important. And just as you would train people in, I don't know, all the kinds of safety techniques like how to do their PPE and how to do care, and you train them in techniques for every single one of those things, wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you also train them how to look after themselves? But what we really can remind people is, you know, the fact that they have coped with stuff before so they know about coping, and then that there is an element of maintenance. And I always say it's like brushing your teeth, but really maybe it's just like putting on your PPE properly. There is an element of practice and discipline about doing this stuff all the time, just the same way you look after your teeth. And you don't spend hours thinking about looking after your teeth particularly, usually. You don't need to have a big old panic about looking after your mental health either, but you do need to do it.
So you need to kind of draw on people's experiences from their other roles, especially for redeployed staff who have got a wealth of experience in another environment but are new to this particular environment. You build on what they already know.
But also as people. You know, they know this as people, they've looked after themselves, all this stuff, they've got through all their worst days up to now. So they know about this, that's okay. So there's a lot that we can already do. And also there's quite a lot of research literature about, for example, redeployed staff in pandemics. You'd be surprised. I read really more than I thought existed in the world. So if people are very, very skilled at a particular job and they're redeployed somewhere else and they'd actually they feel as if they should be doing more, but no, they need to just do what they've been redeployed to do, but that's actually really hard. So say that. You've only got to say it. So yeah, those kinds of things. Create space where people can talk to their manager. They've got to be able to have somebody to talk to. And they don't need to be long conversations, they could be short conversations. Recognise the strangeness that isn't just the new tasks that need to be done, but that is everything. Like you don't know where to get a cup of coffee, or you don't know where to get changed, or the room layout's completely different, or you know, that sort of stuff. The physical environment is really different. And make sure that they are, whether they're still in touch with their old team for support or something like that, like where is their support structure, because it's unlikely to be in this new team, especially with everybody in PPE and not having breakout spaces to go and chill out in.
I think it would have benefited the nurse, the intensive care nurses quite a bit if we was told what they're here to help us with.
Yes.
Because I mean, we'd done quite a few weeks of all of these patients, like looking after these patients on our own, doing everything by ourselves, and suddenly we're given all these people, ranging from ODPs, ward nurses, children's nurses, matrons, nurse consultants. We had everyone, like loads of different specialities come to help us, but you kind of wasn't really sure what they can help us with. It got to a stage where someone would come up to you and they'd say, okay, I've got 10 minutes, what do you need? What can I help you with? And I'd have no reply because I've got like 100,000 things in my head that I need to do, but I can't tell them how to do it, or you know, you just don't have the time. Well, we didn't have the time to sit and teach someone how to give mouth care or how to give eye care, or it was quite embarrassing kind of asking a matron to go and give mouth care to my patient or to calculate my fluid balance, something so simple. I felt like I was kind of taking the mickey a little bit out of them and the skills that they do have and what they do normally. I feel really bad on the redeployed staff because it's stressful. It's like starting a new job. You can't teach someone what an intensive care nurse does. You can't teach them that in half a day. It's something that you spend months and months learning and practicing. So I think it was really, really hard on the redeployed staff. And we had some that stayed with us right till the very, very end, and they were like part of our team. Like we could not have done it without them. And it was really stressful. They learned everything eventually, just like you do with anything. But they were thrown in the deep end. But I feel like they were supported quite well. We had some that didn't last as long as others, which is understandable because it's very stressful. But yeah, the redeployed staff, we could not have done it without them. They were brilliant.
Yeah, and I think it's lovely that you say that. And also you pointed out how difficult it was for the permanent staff, though. It was another thing to do.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, this is part of the problem.
Yeah.
So it was hard on everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like the pressures were really, really on.
Yeah.
And you were so busy. There
Yeah.
was so much. And of course it was new. It was
Yeah.
new for you too.
Yeah.
This illness was new. These kinds of patients were new. And then this person appears.
Yeah.
And there's no framework. So everything happened at once. And
Yeah.
I think that's the real difficulty.